What do you think, looking back and taking stock of the 3.5 years of the Obama administration, what do you think is the balance? What's the record?
I think the record is quite strong. You'd probably expect me to say that, Klaus, but it has the added virtue of being the truth. I think the foreign policy record, which is the one that I am most familiar with given my position, is outstanding. Have we solved all of our problems? We certainly have not. We've had, I might add, great and close cooperation with Germany across a whole range of interests, Afghanistan, Iran, and many others that are too many to mention. We have more work to do, but the record is outstanding. As it relates to a domestic agenda, again, enormous amount accomplished. I personally think about it sort of in the neighborhood of what was accomplished in the mid-1960s in the Johnson administration, particularly as it relates to healthcare. But not just healthcare. Financial market regulation reform, which we desperately needed, and other areas, both foreign and domestic policy. So I think the agenda was big, the expectations were high, a lot has been accomplished.
What, in your view, will be the influence of the Tea Party movement on this election?
The Tea Party is an interesting phenomenon. It's not just because of economic insecurity and economic challenges that it was born, but ironically, in a very paradoxical way, the Occupy movement at one end of the political spectrum and the Tea Party movement at the other, I think, are born not entirely but largely from economic insecurity. One evidences itself against Wall Street and bankers, the other against government in their lives. It clearly, the Tea Party also, we should note, is not a party. It's an element of the Republican Party. It clearly had a big impact on the congressional elections in 2010. Will it have the same impact? I don't know. Time will tell. We'll know that in a matter of weeks. But what I think will be particularly interesting is how that sort of sub-caucus behaves in the broader Republican Party, in the broader Congress, not just in the lame duck session, but next year. Going to be very interesting to see.
Thank you. Last question, totally different one. You have been serving here as US ambassador now for more than 3 years. What has impressed you most about Germany?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's a long list. I lived here in the 90s, so I get asked all the time, what's different? First of all, there are many more political parties than there are here than last I was here. I'm impressed by the diversity in Germany. Sometimes the discussions, as they are in America, are tough about immigration, integration, fair shake in life. But boy, this is it's become even more so, a much more diverse society. Germans, people say to me all the time, why do you and your family like it so much here? I said, because Germans remind me of us. I think we're sort of cut from the same cloth. It's been a particularly great experience for our 4 young children who really genuinely love it here. It's not the only reason they love it, but Fußball is a very central element of this class. Let there be no doubt about that.
Phil, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you, sir.